Yo, what's going on, guys? So, got these gentlemen in here today. We're in phase 2 of it. As far as the plyometrics go, all we're doing is we're progressing them, we're ascending the actual complexity of the movement. Nothing too crazy. Before it was from a static stance, I wanted to ensure that stability. This is unilateral where we're repeating them, we're doing them in a connected fashion. So now it was more about absorbing that first phase. Again, if the wheel's not broke, don't fix it, right? So I'm not trying to, if the wheel's not broke, don't fix it. That's not what I'm trying to say. If the shits ain't broke, don't fix it. So as far as when it comes to training, it's just a simple progression. I'm trying to apply a different stress to the body each time. So although I'm doing unilateral movements, again, I'm continuously progressing them. So now as opposed to just trying to absorb, I'm gonna connect and be able to teach the athlete how to produce force. So very similar to last week. As far as our strength goes, we're in the isometric block. You guys know as far as the strength goes, I'm adding a full range and then I'm doing a more isometric. So I kind of split the volume when it comes to that particular compound movement, and then I hit a couple auxiliaries. I've bumped up the torso or the core training, a lot of the stability when it comes to that, and that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. In the last block, we focused on horizontal power single leg, right? So it was a single leg broad jump. This month, I want to focus on connecting them. So last week, the last block, we had single leg triple jumps, right? Where we actually connect the jump. I want to push that this week, okay? So I really want you trying to get to about 10 yards. It's pop, 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 land 2, okay? Try to get out to 10 yards. You guys already had that familiarity phase with the last week. Now I want to focus on hitting them, getting out to about that 10 yards. Really give it a go. Let's go. Big day, quality reps, quality reps, quality reps. We're going 4 each leg, boys. We're going 4 each leg. Good. 1, 2. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Don't just sell out on the last jump for me. I want you trying to get distance on this first one. You know what I'm saying? Don't overshoot it, but give me a little bit more distance on each one. Glide a little bit more. Think hang time in the air, all right? Lateral alternating bounds. I worked with you on this last week. I haven't worked with you yet. Here's what I'm looking for. So now we're adding each of the components, okay? So not only are we adding horizontal, we're pushing out, we're adding vertical, so I want some height, and then we're adding a lateral component, okay? So what you're gonna do to maintain body control, you're basically sitting on one leg, you're jumping as high, far out, and as lateral as you possibly can. Stabilize, come down, and put that foot here. Now, that hand there. The reason why I want you to put your hand down is because every time you go to produce force, pause that 1 Mississippi for me, right? Have that hand in the dirt. Then you get into the next jump. I want you at a longer range of motion, all right? So I want those muscles on stretch. So instead of producing it from here, I actually want your hand down here, stabilizing. You're not stabilizing on this single leg. That's why I'm allowing you to put this hand down. So this hand is focused on being able to stabilize and maintain your balance. Now all I'm doing from that static position and my muscles on stretch is being able to then go ahead and leap into the next one, put the hand down, pause 1 Mississippi, repeat it. We're going down 6 each leg, so that's 12 total jumps. Cool? Start to move, you have that body control on the field, all right? Remember, everything that you do consciously here with high alert, it's gonna transfer over to you naturally doing it on the field, all right? plyometrics, like in the beginning phase, it's about repeating that motion over and over again, repetition. So you learn the biomechanics. Then once you start to get to a higher advancement as far as athletes, it's more about the quality. I see so many coaches or so many athletes going through plyometric style training, right? Once they had the biomechanics done and just going through the motions. Okay, I just gotta jump. No, every single repetition is like a 1 rep max. It's quality reps every single time, and that's how you do it. To get faster, you have to train faster, right? To get more explosive, you have to train more explosive. Don't just go through the motions and think that explosive capacity is gonna continue to increase. You gotta push that envelope every single time. So last week we went back and forth. This week we're going down, we're ascending, but I just want you being able to react. So you're gonna come here, boom, and you're coming back halfway. So it's full, react, come back half. You're going down 10 yards. Does that make sense? I don't want you to jump and then just stop. I want you to jump and react halfway. You don't gotta come all the way back, but you have to come back halfway. So this leg is focused on power, this leg is focused on reacting, and then you're switching. We're gonna go trap bar deadlift. I want you on your last set to creep up over that 405 a little bit, okay? Depending on how you guys feel, all right? But put that in your mind, I want you a little bit over 405. Then we're gonna circle back around and go isometric reps, okay? So let's go ahead and get on here, 5 sets of 4, ramp sets. So I want you to ramp up to that heavy set, all right? Let's go. When I do my strength lift, you see me doing, obviously, full range of motion. This is something that I've been doing for a little bit, so it increases the volume overall for that particular movement. However, when I used to have when I was focusing on just that single movement and not adding the eccentric or isometric component, I didn't do ramp sets, I did straight sets. So I would have them work up to like, you know, their working sets and then perform that. Now that I'm adding the isometric component to this, I'm gonna have them ramp. So really, ideally, all I'm looking for is those last 2 sets to really start getting that stimulus, and then I'm switching it over to the isometric component, so check it out. Try to draw your butt down, chest up just a little bit more. Instead of here, try to come, boom, try to drive straight through the ground. Imagine you have a string on the top of your head, and it's attached to the ceiling, it's just going up and down, up and down. Hey, remember, right off that ground, you want to keep everything tight so you don't jerk it, you know what I mean? Keep everything tight, especially in the upper back. Pull the shoulder blade back, lock it in, then push through the ground with the legs. Come on, let's go. Push, drive through the ground, let's go. Up, drive through the ground. 2, let's go. 3, drive through the ground. Good shit. Crank the fuck up, let's go. Drive through the ground. That boy. 2, come on. 3, that boy, let's go, up. Good shit. You're going 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off, 5 seconds on. You're pulling against this. Biggest thing I need you guys to do, and you're here, I don't want you pulling with your back. You got a big chest, pull the big chest out, draw your shoulder blades back, drive through the ground. It's more upright and a squat, so you need to drop your ass and push through the ground as opposed to a bend. Does that make sense? Don't let it get out in front of you. The bar should be right even, right? Right almost underneath your knees right here. Does that make sense? Your grip when you're pulling. Ready, and go. Go, 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 go. Time, ready, and go, go. You gotta go T, let's go big boy, let's go look. Come on, time. up in that bigger weight. Let's go. Fruits of your labor, the fruits of your labor. Go to work right now. Ready, and up, go, go. Drive through the fucking ground. Let's go, Thomas, let's go, Thomas. Here we go. Break, and go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Drive, 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 time. I'm gonna have you go off a slight elevation. What the elevation is gonna do, it's gonna allow you to get deeper in that range of motion. So you're still over that front leg. Everything's on that front leg. I'm not shifting my weight. I'm on that front leg, whole foot's on. Boom, I come down, I drop my ass. I wanna keep my chest over this thigh and drive off. We're working that first step explosiveness, okay? I want 8 each leg. Start around 40, creep up from there, okay? You're right here, sprinter sit-ups. I want 20 of them, okay? I want a full sit-up though at the top half. Don't just let your knee come to you and you're sitting back. I want you to come all the way up. Does that make sense to you guys? Chin stays tucked, tongue stays on the roof of the mouth, all right? Number 2, you're going banded wood chops. We're coming right here, you're grabbing this. I want tension on the band. It should be pretty good tension. You're gonna come from this hip, this holster, and we're gonna come to this shoulder. But I'm not actually rotating. It's actually a slight rotation, but my belly button pretty much stays straight. So what I'm looking to do is transfer my weight. So I'm on this leg and I'm transferring to this leg. Boom, that's all this is looking like. Now all I'm doing is I'm transferring from here, from this holster, and get it, make it a little bit tight, challenge yourself. From here, all the way up to this shoulder. You don't see me going like this and rotating out. It's actually almost like an anti-rotation as you come, but you're getting your legs involved. So I'm working this glute while I'm working anti-rotation. Does that make sense to you guys? You got 10 each side. Challenge yourself. If you can get this foot out to the turf, I love it. All right, one man here, one man here. Let's go to work. You got 3 rounds and you're out the door. That's it for today. As you can see, unilateral plyometrics. Worked a lot of those. Started to ascend them. Worked a lot of strength. You can see they're getting stronger. When they first came in, they weren't around that. Now, you start to see them creeping up in weight. We also were able to hit some isometric. So, again, what that does is increase their motor units that are firing. The motor pattern, and we were able to work an auxiliary, which is more of a lunge pattern, which is a reverse elevated reverse lunge. I really love those. I like those almost borderline the same with the Bulgarian. And now we're working a rotational and a flexion pattern for the torso. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it.